Hello and welcome to the College of Education, Psychology and Social Work at Flinders University for this information session. My name's Dr. Kate Ridley and I'm the course coordinator for the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation. I'd first of all like to welcome you all and congratulate you for gaining a place within our course this year. We're really excited to have you studying with us and we're sure it's going to be a fantastic year ahead. Flinders University acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of the lands of which our campuses are located. Today I'm presenting on Kaurna land and I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So first of all, what are we going to cover today? We are going to first of all get some essentials sorted, talk to you a little bit about your enrolment process, check that you're enrolled in the correct topics, give you some information about who to reach out to if you're not sure, and talk to you about some specific timetabling issues related to the topics within the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation within first semester. So first of all, when you're on campus, you can use our Wi-Fi. So the network is called EduRoam, and your username is your FAN. So your FAN is your Flinders identification, and hopefully you'll have one now. It'll start with the first four letters of your your surname, and then 4 numbers afterwards. And then you should have already created a Flinders password, and that's what you use to log into your Wi-Fi. And for more information surrounding our Wi-Fi and any support you need with computing, you can follow the link that's up on the screen here. Flinders has a whole heap of information online for new students, and in particular that system is called Compass. So if you haven't already, please log into students.flinders.edu.au/compass, and that will guide you through your enrolment and your registration processes. I'll give you a little bit more information today about the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation study plan specifically, but if you have any issues along the way, you can lodge what we call an Ask Flinders request, and you'll see the details here on the screen, flinders.edu.au/ask, or you can call Flinders Connect on that number and choose option 2. It's important at Flinders that you have a student ID card and you can order that via Compass. So that's something to get on top of within the next couple of weeks if you don't have that already. Next thing is enrolling and registering. Now, a number of you watching the recording today may have already fully enrolled and registered into your topics, and that's fantastic. You can just check things as I go through this presentation today, or you might not be sure yet. And again, at this point, that's perfectly fine. That's what we're here to help you with. So at Flinders University, you enrol in topics via our student system. So you go in and select the My Enrolment tab, and then you would agree to the declarations that are on that screen. You can then scroll down to see the topics that are available for your course. Now, sometimes that's quite straightforward. You can see really clearly that there's one topic that you need to enrol in first semester because it's a core topic, for example. But then there are sometimes these option topics, and I'll have a little bit more of a chat about how we use option topics within the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation. And based on this presentation, if you need to change something, again, that's perfectly fine. It's certainly not too late to do anything like that. When you see a green tick next to your topic, you'll know that that's one that you want to enrol in, and then you can save your changes. The next step will be registering for classes, but let's first of all dive into enrolling into topics within the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation. So at Flinders, all courses have what we call course rules. And these are rules of topics, sequences that you need to follow to make sure at the end you've met all of the requirements of the course and you can graduate with your Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation. And these determine what topics you see when you're in that student system. So it's helpful for you to be able to have a look at and perhaps have open at the same time the course rule when you're enrolling in your topics. Course rules can be found via what we call the Flinders Handbook, which is available online. And here is the link to the Bachelor of Sport, Active and Recreation course rule. Now, we love our name, the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation, because it encompasses exactly what we do here at Flinders, but sometimes it can be a bit long. So you'll also see that we quite often refer to our degree as the BSAR. So BSAR 2024, and it will come up with your course rule, and it will list off what core topics you need to take and how you can construct your option topics. So more on that, and I'm just going to focus particularly on first year. You can look at all the subsequent years within the course rule. I'm also only going to focus on first semester. Let's make sure we get you sorted for first semester, and then we can keep communicating through a variety of different channels to make sure you're on track for semester 2. In saying that though, we do ask that you please enrol in second semester topics now, but I'm just going to focus on first semester topics within this presentation. So within first year, within the BSAR, we have 3 core topics. The first one is HLPE 1550, and it's called Introduction to Sport and Active Recreation. The second one is HLPE 1553, and that's called Learning on Country. And then we have HLPE 1004, which is Inclusion and Diversity in Sport and Active Recreation. So all students who are studying full-time, and it's okay if you're not studying full-time. If you're studying a part-time load, you can choose a number of topics from this list, whatever suits your desired study load. So those 3, if you're studying full-time, are the ones you're definitely going to enrol in, and hopefully you may have already done so. Then the 4th topic within semester 1 is an option topic. And this can be chosen from topics across a number of majors that we have. So within the BSAR, we really value flexibility and individualised study plans in the field of sport and active recreation. We know that there are a diverse range of jobs within our field, and we want to make sure that you get a chance to design your course in a way that suits you and best prepares you for the careers that you're looking for. And if you're not exactly sure what you're looking for yet within the broad field of sport and active recreation, that's fine too. We have 3 years to really delve deep into some of the kind of roles that you could be applying for after you graduate. So within that option space, you can do one of 2 things. You can either follow a predetermined major of 8 topics throughout the degree, and a major is an area of complementary specialised study that we have created. We've predetermined what those 8 topics might look like, and you can follow that major if it interests you. You follow those 8 topics. At the end of your degree on your academic transcript, you will have listed what major you studied within the degree. This does not get printed on your parchment, so not the one that you grab when you walk across stage in the graduation and nicely frame and put on the wall. That one will simply say Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation, but on your academic transcript that lists the topics that you have studied and the grades that you got within each topic, it will also list the major that you followed. So this is something that you could choose to do. So we have 4 fantastic majors that you can choose from. One is Active and Healthy Communities, and that has a range of different topics. There's some business topics in there, there's some tourism, some disability, some ageing topics. And the major is really designed to support people to work within communities, to engage them to be more active and healthy. That kind of content is covered within our broader core as well, but here's a really good time to specialise and add some more topics within that area. If you're interested in that area, the first semester topic is a business topic. It's about managing people, and it is BISN 1012. We have an applied sports science major, and within this one, this is for people who are interested in sports performance and strength and conditioning. If you take 2 particular topics within that major, you are eligible to apply for a Level 1 Australian Strength and Conditioning Association accreditation. So that's a professional accreditation, Level 1 in ASCA. So if you're interested in that particular major, your first topic is HLP 1552. It's a functional anatomy and sport and exercise topic, and that one is available only online. If you are interested in sport business, so building your skills in the broader business field, things like human resources, marketing, social media marketing, etc., then you could follow a sport business major. Its first semester topic is a marketing topic. It's BISN 1022. And then finally, we have our outdoor education stream. So this is a stream of 8 topics that prepares people to work within the outdoor education and recreation industry. Within that major, there's also multiple opportunities along the way embedded within topics to get some professional accreditations within the industry, things like accreditations in bushwalking, kayaking, outdoor leadership, etc. That one's first topic is HLP 1555. And outdoor ed topics, though, are not offered at the city campus. So if you're one of our students who has enrolled within the city campus, our brand new city campus that we're very excited about, but you're interested in outdoor ed, it would be a good thing to reach out fairly swiftly on that, and perhaps we need to move you into the Bedford Park offering if that's the case, or have a little bit more of a chat about it. So you can certainly contact me if you're in that situation. There might be some people here who are in one of our combined degrees. You might not even realise that we have combined degrees. You might like to consider that because there are still opportunities to move into that. So our combined degrees at Flinders University mean that for an extra year of study, so from going from the 3 years to 4 years, you can in fact graduate with 2 degrees. So within the BSAR, we can also combine that with a Bachelor of Business Management or a Bachelor of Psychological Science. The people who are already in that, you won't actually have that major to choose from because your second degree fits that spot, so there won't be room to choose from either of these 4 majors because you will have already taken up that space by your business topics or by your psychology topics. If you're interested in the combined degree options, you can walk across the stage and grab 2 parchments at the end of your degree, then again, please reach out and we're happy to give you some more information into that option. So if you want to follow those predetermined plans, that's fine. You can start now. I'll give you some information as we begin our topics. I'll pop in and visit some classes to talk about how you can actually declare that you want to follow a major, but that doesn't have to happen straight away. The flexibility comes in, though, that you don't necessarily have to choose a major. So if you're looking at those and thinking, oh, I'd actually really like to do that level 1 in strength and conditioning, but I really want to do some business as well, or I'd really like to spend some time thinking about sporting events within the tourism topics, within active and healthy communities, etc., you can do that as well. So you can pick topics across those 4 majors, and then what we like to say, choose your own adventure, as long as you're following the topic prerequisites and those sorts of things. So it's something to think about. There's more information on our course flow page, which we'll talk about in a couple of slides' time. And there's also time within our topics to think about how you would like to build your degree as we progress from first semester. So all we need to do, if I go backwards here, all we need to do is make sure that you are enrolled correctly in these ones plus 1 option topic. And even if you change your mind, there is room later in the degree to add another major topic if you decide to switch along the way. There's one opportunity to do so. So within the course rule, you'll see it's set out on a web page and it's a list of topics, and that's probably enough for a lot of people. But some people really like to see their study plans within that grid or table format. So you've got the 3 years and then the 4 topics across, and it's set out in a nice grid. Flinders publishes some of these, so it shows you how you might typically structure your degree across the 3 years. It's okay if you don't end up following that pattern exactly, but it's just a guide, particularly for first year students. So I also recommend that you Google Flinders study plans. It should take you to the website that you're looking for there. Type in sport and our degrees will be listed there, perhaps alongside some other ones. And you should be able to find the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation and click on the general plan to look at what the plan looks like if you haven't selected a major yet. And then you can click on each of the majors, and that gives you a bit of a sense of the topics that you would follow if you did decide to declare and follow a major. The next step, once you've enrolled into your topics, is you need to register into which classes you would like to attend. Sometimes there are choices, so there might be a tutorial class and it's offered in 2 time slots, or a workshop that's offered in 3 time slots, etc. So this is where you get to select where you would like to attend. Now please keep in mind sometimes there might be some slight changes to those and we communicate those by email. For example, if there are room changes or if the class doesn't get enough people to make a viable class and we have to shift. We try and minimise that as much as possible, but always keep an eye on your Flinders email. So here we go, we're logging into the student system for registering into classes, and you select the My Timetable tab. Then you select the study period. Your choices can be all semesters, you can look at everything together, semester 1 and semester 2, and then a little odd one called non-semester 1 and non-semester 2, where topics might either start or finish a few weeks before or after our standard semester topics, and I've got one to warn you about on the next screen. Then you click on the green circle with the white cross within it and select a class, and then you can click on save. And again, there's support to help you along the way. So if you're not sure about this, please reach out. Perhaps the Ask Flinders might be a good way to go, or again, more than welcome to email me and I'll point you in the right direction. Now, some specific timetable information that is related to the BSAR in particular. So the first one is our fabulous 1553 Learning on Country topic. It's classified as a non-semester topic because it finishes a little bit earlier than the rest of the semester 1 topics. So unfortunately, this is a bit of a system issue that we need to deal with, and I need to alert you to. It won't appear on your timetable if you're just looking at the semester 1 view. You should see your other core topics and your option topic, but you probably won't see 1553 there. You will only see it if you click on non-semester 1, then the others will disappear. Or if you click on all semesters and then choose a starting date. So week 1's the 26th of February. It'll show you a week by week, and then you can continue to click through each week and you will see when Learning on Country appears. And so that's something to have a little bit of a play around with, noting that Learning on Country has a number of field trips. So both students from Bedford Park and our city campus students will be joining together, which will be a fantastic experience, and going on a number of field trips around Adelaide. There's information about those field trips on the Learning on Country flow site that you should have access to now, so please have a look at that. And also, again, clicking on your timetable to see when those field trips are actually occurring. They're on Thursdays. Something else to note is that 2 of our other core topics, 1550 and 1004, the way we've scheduled these is that they're actually fortnightly classes. So in Introduction for Sport and Active Recreation, you come to classes every fortnight. In Inclusion and Diversity in Sport and Active Recreation, you come every fortnight, but they're in opposite fortnights. We've timetabled them at the same time, and in most cases, they're actually in the same room. So you could register into the same time slot for both classes, because one week it will be Introduction to Sport and Active Recreation, and the next week it'll be Inclusion and Diversity. So when you're looking at the entire semester view, that might not be clear to you. It might look like that they're at the same time, but because they run fortnightly, you can actually just have your Monday 1 till 3 commitment for both of these topics. One week it'll be one topic, another week it'll be another. So have a look. That might alert you to the fact that you might like to change your class registrations. Again, reach out, we can help. Final thing about timetabling that I need to alert you to is that our Inclusion and Diversity topic has a 2-day intensive for some great practical experiences. Again, Bedford Park and City Campus students are joining together, and we're holding that within the Sturt Gym Complex at Bedford Park. There'll be information on that topic's flow page, but those dates, to make sure that they're in your calendar already, are the 4th and the 5th of April. Remember, City Campus students, if you can get on that Flinders train line, it will take you straight to where you need to be. So access is really, really good for between the 2 campuses. I've spoken about flow jump back into screen now. I've spoken about Flow a number of times. Flow is our Flinders Learning Online, and it's our learning management system. So it's where your topics live within the internet here at Flinders. We use a platform called Canvas for our Flow topics. So sometimes you might hear lecturers or students using those terms interchangeably. They mean the same thing. Please go into Canvas, so canvas.flinders.edu.au, and have a look at your topics. Your topics go live 7 days before classes commence, which means that most of them are going to be live now, and Learning on Country has been live for a week or two prior. We also have a Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation course flow page. This page we've put a lot of effort into and there's a lot of information on there. So for example, when I was talking about the majors before, and you might be thinking, I need to know a little bit more about those. If you go into course advice, we have some videos and some further information about the majors and the topics that you can take within the majors within that section. We also have the links to those course rules that I talked about and the study plan. It's also a great way for us to communicate to our broader cohort, so students from first year all the way through to third or even fourth year if they're in the combined degree. We have information there about placement. We are such a popular course that a lot of the industry reach out to us asking us to share opportunities for either paid work or volunteer work. So we pop that into the employment hub here, and we'd really like to see you engaging in this course flow page. So perhaps after this session, it'd be fabulous if you could have a look at that one. A few things to finish off now, some services that we have available across both campuses. So if you're an international student, welcome. It's fantastic to have you here. There's some more information, particularly for international students, that we offer here at Flinders University. There are scholarships available for studying across a variety of different levels, and you don't have to be a top performing student to apply for those. So please have a look and see if there's anything that would suit you, that you might be able to get a scholarship to help you along the way here at Flinders. Safety we take really seriously here at Flinders, both at Bedford Park and the city campus. So if you search online and look for safety on campus, there's a whole heap of information about ways that you can keep safe but also report anything that you see. Transport, this particular slide is about the Bedford Park campus. You're going to need a parking permit if you want to park on campus at Bedford Park. Here's the link for that one. There is the train which takes us straight to the CBD and back again. There are a number of buses, and there's also a loop bus that goes around the Flinders campus and out to our Tonsley campus, and obviously that's a free bus that you can just pop in if you need to move around the campus. It's a beautiful campus to walk around, and we are a Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation, so it'd be great to see you walking the paths as well. In relation to the city campus, our wonderful new building, those students who are studying at City Campus can't wait to see you. If you're able to download this Flinders University app, it will give you a whole heap of information about services and support, particularly at the City Campus. Bedford Park people, there will be stuff added. There will be information added on here in due course, but at the moment it's focusing on City Campus. There are counselling and disability services, so please, at any time, these are available to you as a Flinders student, so you can have private appointments with counsellors, and you can talk to disability advisors about potentially having an access plan that will help you within your study here at Flinders University. These are fantastic services that I highly recommend. We have a student support learning service both here at Bedford Park and in the City Campus. And the City Campus is on level 4 of our building. The library in the City Campus is on level 4. At Bedford Park, it's in the hub area near the big screen. We have a Flinders University Student Association, which is fabulous with getting around and connecting with other students and seeing what kind of things are on offer for you. Within the City Campus, it's on level 2. Within Bedford Park, it's in the hub. Now, we're at O Week at the moment, but we have something coming up in Connect Week, which is the week of February 26th to March 1st. And this event and enables us to connect within our courses but also across. So please keep an eye out. We will continue to send you some comms about these kind of things, but there will be particular Connect events being held at the City campus. Here are some things that are being held across both campuses. In particular at Bedford Park, we are going to have a Q&A session and a come and play session put together, a very sport and active recreation. So we're going to have a panel who'll talk people from current students, ex-students, industry members, talking about their experiences within the industry and the degree, and also some great outdoor games and some indoor games too that we're going to be playing during that time. So Monday the 26th of February through from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and that's going to be down in the Sturt Gym. So more to come. I'll get out the way. I've got to go this way if you would like to use that QR code. We are also going to have some drop-in sessions. This one again is in Bedford Park. We'll reach out to the City campus students about the equivalent there. Tuesday the 5th of March, we'll be in the Education building. For that one, you can just drop in. Perhaps that might be a time where you might ask about whether you want to declare a major or anything that you're wondering about. We're at O Week now, making the most out of orientation. There's a whole heap of things that are going on. O Weeks are always fantastic university campuses. So please have a look at this orientation planner and just pop along. Come and meet some people, bring a friend and mix and mingle, as it says there on the slide. I talked about a course flow page. There's also a more generic finding your way flow page that you should be able to find. It's an online orientation topic, and if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend that you have a look at that one too. Here are some key dates. So we're currently in O Week. Classes start on the 26th of February in most cases. Have a look at your timetable, have a look at the topics in flow pages. There's typically a welcome video from your topic coordinator who will explain if there's any variation there. Census, last day to enrol in topics is the 8th of March. The census date is the date where if you withdraw from a topic after that date, you still need to pay some fees. So that's a good one to keep in mind if you think you might be swapping some topics. And then the absolute last date to withdraw without failure is the 10th of May. There's a lot of things going around to keep you engaged at Flinders, so please keep an eye out for Ping. It's our online Flinders newsletter. We've got some great socials to follow on Instagram and Facebook, and as it says there, please don't be afraid to ask for help. Flinders is a really welcoming community. Ask someone and they will direct you to the right avenue if they don't know the answer themselves. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you got some extra information from this session. We're really excited to have you studying within the Bachelor of Sport and Active Recreation. My name's Kate Ridley. Once again, please note down my email and reach out if you have any questions along the way. And we'll see you in week 1.